What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now today we're going to be checking out some shipment gameplay, and it's actually hardcore, and we will be using the Bison in today's gameplay, and the skin on this gun is absolutely gorgeous. I believe it's called the 1,000,000th edition skin for the Bison, probably the best skin in my personal opinion. And also I do apologize, a lot of these clips are pretty decently old. Not very old, I would say maybe like close to a month, maybe a little less old. I just still want to let you guys know, just in case things don't look up to date or anything like that, or my rank doesn't look up to date, or whatever. Anybody who's, getting picky with the gameplay, just know that it is old gameplay. I haven't really been touching this game too often. I've been mostly playing other titles right now. Cough, cough, Valorant. Oh, I've been having so much fun with that game. I've been thinking about getting some content out on that game very soon. I know it's not going to do very well on the channel, definitely compared to my Call of Duty content. But I definitely want to get some of that gameplay out, just because it's something that I'm having fun with, and usually I do enjoy posting things that I'm enjoying. So definitely expect something maybe later in this week, relating to Valorant. But today I want to talk to you guys about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and something that's been just blowing up at this point, and that is the Cronusmax. Now, you guys know my feelings about hackers, how they're just the lowest of low, complete scum, and the fact that they need something to cheat and give them an upper hand advantage is basically just completely embarrassing. It's disgusting in my personal opinion. But at least these people own up to them hacking. And even if they don't own up to them hacking, usually you can notice. Usually you can see if someone's hacking, if they're tracking you through a wall, or if they just snap on you and then snap on 5 other teammates in all headshots. Usually you can figure out a pattern to why someone is hacking. So at least that's a good thing. But with the Cronusmax, you really don't have any clue. Honestly, the people who use this right here is the ultimate scum of all scum. Because these people know that this is the best possible way to get an upper hand advantage on your enemy. It's basically the same thing as hacking. Now, if you don't know what a Cronusmax is, basically it controls the recoil for you. So every last bit of the job of controlling recoil is taken away once you use the Cronusmax. Now, for some console players, this might not be a big enough deal because you do have aim assist, which really does help against the recoil patterns, which, well, that was my whole deal with it. I don't know if anybody else needs to, control their recoil, but for me, when it came to console games, which I've been playing my whole life, aim assist really did help me with managing the recoil. It doesn't make it too complicated. But once I switched over to PC, it's a lot different over here than it is on console. And versing someone with the Cronusmax is very obnoxious. On PC, you have to know everything about the recoil. You have to know what direction it goes in, how hard you have to pull down at which distance. The further they are, the harder you have to pull down. The closer they are, the less hard you have to pull down. You have to know how to track. You have to know what direction to pull the recoil down when someone's strafing one direction over the other. You have to know, the complete recoil pattern as it is, whether it's a zigzag, straight down to the left, a little left to the right, left, right. It's so many different recoil patterns for so many different guns. And even though Call of Duty makes it pretty simple with the recoil patterns, compared to games like CSGO, Valorant, some of Battlefield, I guess, like that, the recoil patterns are definitely more complex than a typical Call of Duty game. But still, it's obnoxious because there is still recoil in Call of Duty, and PC players still have to master these recoils. We still tons of work to manage this. And then when you see someone beam you, a lot of the times you want to give them credit because it's like, wow, it took me months to learn that recoil pattern, and this guy's sitting here beaming with this MP5, and I haven't, I have to give them props. I have to give them props for, going through that hard work. But let me show you guys something. These are the two differences between Cronusmax and an actual recoil pattern. I'm going to flash it up on the screen right now. This is broken. This is technically considered cheating, in my personal opinion. Because like I said, recoil is not easy. Even for console players, I know I kind of excluded console in the beginning, but even for console, you still have to somewhat know what direction you need to pull down or which direction you should strafe to manage the recoil better. It's still tips and tricks that you need to learn to control recoil, no matter what platform you're on. Console, PC, it doesn't matter. If you have this advantage to not have to move your right analog stick or move your mouse whatsoever, and your gun shoots directly straight, that is cheating. And this is the worst type of cheating because it doesn't look like you're cheating. You're not snapping on anybody. You're not tracking anybody through walls. You're not giving any indication of, cheating. The only indication you're showing off is just very accurate aiming. And that could be achieved, that's not something that's impossible. I've seen tons of players who have amazing accuracy and who can control any recoil on any gun. It's not impossible, it can be done, it just takes a lot of time and effort. That's why I say I look up to people who are beaming with their weapons because that takes time. They worked hard to learn those recoil patterns. They worked hard and put in tons of effort to master that weapon. And to see people actually use this and they can get away with it without it being considered cheating blows my mind. And the people who use this are even worse than what a cheater is because they know for a fact people will not notice this. People will not accuse them of hacking, but they still want that upper hand advantage. They want to be able to get that extra oomph so they can beat their competition with basically virtually zero consequences. So basically, they're using this knowing that they're basically cheating, but they know for a fact that nobody's going to notice, which is even worse because, like I said, at least with hackers, they're going to confess up to it, or at least we can notice. This, we just have no clue. This is a guessing game to figure out who's using a Cronusmax and who's not. And it's a very, very depressing advantage because, like I said, people are going through tons of work to learn these recoil patterns just for someone to come up with a Cronusmax and be able to, just drill people at all ranges. This needs to be worked on. This has to be fixed. Just like cheaters are being banned, this should be considered cheating. They need to, I don't know how they can find a way because, like I said, I still don't know how the Cronusmax works. I don't know anything about that. I don't use this stupid bullcrap. I play the game legitimately. I always have. I always will. Nothing is going to change that. So I don't know how to use this type of stuff. But whatever type of software, whatever it is that you use to get the Cronusmax, they need to find a way to either cancel these people, get them banned, perma bans, console bans. I don't care what it is. This is cheating. This should be on the same exact level as someone seeing people through walls because this is actually ridiculous. It's giving people zero recoil. Do you know how easy it is to shoot a weapon with zero recoil? You think the MP7 is an easy weapon to master in Modern Warfare, which it is. Everybody says it virtually has zero recoil. But you go up and shoot that against a wall, you still have to do a slight bit of work. You still have to pull down a little bit, pull down to like the bottom left, just a slight tiny bit. It's recoil to that weapon, even though everybody in the world thinks it's virtually none. The Cronusmax is virtually none. You think of the MP7 with no recoil, you don't even have to touch your right analog stick while using the Cronusmax. You just aim and shoot. That's it. No matter what gun you're using, an AK, an Odin, M13, M4, MP5, Bison, Mini Uzi, it doesn't matter what gun you're using, that weapon is going to have zero recoil. That is cheating. Like, just imagine. I don't know if this is just for consoles or if this could be put on the PC as well. But just imagine using a Cronusmax on a PC using a mouse and keyboard. Could you imagine a mouse and keyboard player with no recoil? The whole point, the whole, exciting part of learning a new FPS game on mouse and keyboard is having to, master the new shooting mechanics, master the recoil patterns. That's always an exciting part of the game. But it's always the hardest part of the game as well for PC players. That's why when you see a really good PC player, they worked hard to be good. It's not easy. It's not, something that you could just do instantly. You need to learn it. And so just imagine taking away that hard challenge from a PC player. So now all they need to do is point and click. That's all they have to do. They don't have to pull down. They don't have to, shift their mouse left and right. All they have to do is just track you, and that's it. No recoil whatsoever. That right there is a definition of broken. Trust me, this needs to be stopped. It needs to be completely, shut down. I don't know how these people or how, this software, whatever it is allowed in gaming. Like, don't they say pros use this or some shit like that? Like, what? What? Pros? Like, this is just ridiculous, man. This should never be used. It's no recoil. It's such an obvious advantage. It needs to be cut off. They need to stop it. But everybody, do me a massive favor and go down into the comments section and let me know your personal opinions down below. Do you think this Cronusmax should be considered cheating, or do you think it's fine in the gaming industry? Me personally, you've probably already heard in the commentary if you listen to the whole thing, I definitely do not think this is okay. Like, seriously, no recoil, that's a bit crazy if you ask my personal opinion. That shouldn't be allowed in any FPS game. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you hated it, by all means, go ahead and dislike it. If you're brand new and you did enjoy the commentary, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you just want to chat with me or see what I'm talking about, you can follow me over on Twitter, @JbowenDaMan. And if you want to catch me doing anything on some live video games or something like that, you can follow me over on Twitch, @JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.